I'm going to start recording. Gaston and I were just talking a bit about MesosCon. That's the only thing I really wanted to discuss today, but if anybody has anything else, of course we can bring it up.
Do we take notes in the doc or?
Yep.
So one thing I wanted to add was flaky test reporting in inside Jenkins.
Okay.
There are a couple things that I'd like us to see enable, and I'm trying to see who can do it or who wants to do it, and I think that's a good idea or not.
Okay. Sweet. So maybe we can talk about MesosCon first. I was asking about the hackathon. So Gaston, you said there's going to be one on the last day.
Yeah, I guess I can give a general update on MesosCon as well.
Oh, okay, that'd be great.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we have finalized the venue. Our deadline to sign it was on Friday, and I'm pretty sure we sent it. I have to confirm, but it will be in San Francisco from November 5th to 7th. The main event will be on the first 2 days. The venue is on Market Street between Powell and Civic Center. And yeah, the idea is that we will have the main event during the first 2 days, and then on the third day, on the 7th, we will have the hackathon. It won't be in the same place. We're looking for a venue. We're hoping that our company involved in the community can host us. We expect to have fewer people than the main event. That's why we can do it elsewhere. And we were just talking with Greg here about which topics we could work on during the hackathon or how we want to structure that.
Got it.
Also, I know where you've read the emails or not yet, but the voting for the sessions is out. So
yeah, I voted already.
Hope you voted for me.
There's some good talks in there. Yeah, I actually liked some of the submissions in there. It was interesting. There are lots of tracks that you guys have divided it into. Was it mainly to make it easy for voters? Or are you actually acting?
I think we might still need to find a balance, but the feedback before was that a single poll was too long and people gave up. And they have to go to the end to submit that. I'm not sure this will be a dual track event, so we won't have as many parallel tracks.
Okay, got it.
Make voting easier.
Yeah. Did we? When does the voting end?
It ends on Friday, so I'm thinking maybe next week or a week after that we will have the finalized schedule.
Okay, that still gives us, I guess, about like a month and a half, I guess, roughly for people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you gotten submissions from outside US?
I think just one or two, not much.
Okay. So the visa thing, they need to figure out if it's...
Yeah, it's from Europe, I think, the one that we got, so I think could be fine. We have to see.
Got it. Cool. And what's the capacity of the venue?
It's for 150 people.
Okay. That's what we're expecting based on registration.
Yeah, and registration also opened, so.
Okay. Where's the website? Is it the mesoscon2018.org or?
Yeah.
So that was pointing to the survey or something last time I checked.
Now it's pointing to a landing page. It has links to the polls, and then I think it has a link to the registration page as well.
It still says SurveyMonkey survey is closed for me.
You might have to refresh your cache or something. And clear your cache.
Is it mesoscon2018.org?
Yeah.
And then it redirects me to mesoscon18.sketch.com.
Okay, and why? Yeah, it's still going to SurveyMonkey for me.
Weird.
Is it mesoscon2018.org?
Yes. But I mean, it should redirect you to mesoscon18.shed.com. I know why the redirect is not working for you. It was working for me at home and here. I guess maybe your DNS server is slow or something to caching stuff. It was updated last week, but.
Is it 2018.org or 18.org or?
So the shed is 18, but the main page is set that should redirect you there is mesoscon2018.org.
Okay, weird. I don't know why my DNS is not cached. And I'm doing it from like incognito, so that doesn't use any cache. But I guess it's so. What does it what should redirect to?
mesoscon18.shed.com.
Okay, maybe let me just.
Hello. You know, saying that the website doesn't redirect him to the right page.
Really?
Yeah, it worked for me at home. So Comcast works, and I know what will happen to the office. It also works, but
Yeah,
it's still came to SurveyMonkey.
Still going to SurveyMonkey for me.
Someone, who else is on the call?
Oh, same happened to you now.
Oh, interesting. Maybe there's some DNS servers still caching. I have like a random. We can check into that.
Yeah,
Does it work from home for you?
No, I work from home, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but mesoscon18.shed.com, that opened up something.
Yeah, that's what should be what you should land. On.
Yeah.
We'll try to fix it. I know what we can do because we're just using a hosting provider that promise to.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
So, it's just us on the call, or?
We're recording.
Okay, yeah, sure. Just a heads up, we have the venue secured, so it's going to be for MesosCon. It's going to be here in San Francisco, the Village, and we're going to start announcing that today, once this guy has time here.
Okay, I guess I'm just.
Yeah, he just confirmed that the venue is secure. So I was waiting for the question, so it is secure now. So
that's awesome.
We can start announcing the venue.
Okay, and I guess you need to update the page to include all that, I guess.
Yeah, and also make the redirect work.
I think someone is not updating the DNS servers. There's some caching involved.
Yeah, if it happens to you too, we can debug that later.
So we were saying for the hackathon, we could maybe keep the testathon idea in our back pocket as something that people could work on if they don't have other stuff to do during the hackathon. Because making progress on triaging tests is something that is very doable in a few hour time period.
Yeah, getting your CA back to green would be good.
The idea at your head was to have a whiteboard or something like that during the first 2 days where people could collect ideas for hackathon as well.
If you picture that venue where you're kind of on the upper floor, so there's like a staircase leading up with like brick walls, similar to the old office walls actually. And if we just put like a blank piece of paper, just when going up, you can always just scribble your ideas. Or also give feedback. I feel that would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
And if we don't get enough ideas, then we can do this as well. I think having a list of ideas will anyway be great for us, even if we don't do it now. So.
Yeah, and maybe that'll just be like my idea for the hackathon, like a little test fixing mission.
Yeah, if you propose that anyhow, yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. So are there any surrounding events? Like I'm wondering if, I guess we don't have so many committers coming in from out of town, do we? I was wondering if there was any reason to have like a committers gathering, or if there are any other events outside
I
the.
still believe that would make sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And the idea is to have this kind of like community stuff in the morning. So we can have Europe join remotely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we want the working group status updates in the morning after the keynotes, and then we could stream them. People could participate.
Are we recording the event? Recording the talks and stuff?
Yes, they will also be streamed.
That's great.
Oh,
Live
sweet.
stream.
Oh, awesome. Cool. It's valuable.
So the working group update, you were thinking the morning of the first day?
Yeah, I think that was the idea. And then
Okay.
So it would be keynote first, then those updates, then general sessions, breakout sessions, and then at the end, but earlier than last time, the town halls that were very well received. Is that on the first day as well? The town halls? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are still.
It's still TBD. We're working on it.
If Keynote would join the PC meetings, we could actually make decisions.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't able to join. The last couple ones, I think I had conflicts with other meetings, so I didn't move it around, but we'll try to make the next one.
We send the invites early this time, so the one for this week and next week are already out, so that people can make time for it, hopefully.
Yeah. When's the next one? Let me just check right now, actually.
On Friday. It's Friday at 10 a.m. San Francisco time. And by then we will have a good idea of the voting results. The poll does it goes on Friday or Thursday? I don't remember.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. So yeah, we should have results by then.
Okay. So I see that I synced with Greg, but I guess I can move that around a bit.
Yep.
And then if Greg wants to give us ideas, he can also join.
Did we actually? We should probably just send in a reminder to the channels. We can send like a reminder tonight. Hey, we have a venue, and please consider voting if you haven't done so. Blah.
Yeah, we should do it as well. I will tweet something from the message account that I haven't yet.
Yeah.
I was waiting until the venue was confirmed. So this is happening. We have a venue. We have submissions. Will be great.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
Great work, guys.
Is there going to be any other push from like marketing and like are we doing any more marketing pushes, or is that it? To get more people, like I guess we don't have a registration page up or anything like that yet, right?
We have.
Yeah, it is up.
Eventbrite.
Isn't it linked from MesoCon, like from the share page?
I don't see.
Yeah, if you click on tickets, then it will take you there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, once we have the agenda, we will start blasting everyone.
Where attending this event? Is that the link? I don't see the link.
There's a tickets tab at the bottom of the.
Oh. Okay. It's very inconspicuous, I guess.
Now that the venue is confirmed, we can update this page as well, adding that information. So we're waiting until it was confirmed.
Who is doing the page? Is it just people on the PC, or do we have anyone?
It's just people on the PC. Basically, it was York now, and then I will help out a bit as well.
Okay.
There's a template, so this website already solves most of the stuff for us.
Okay.
What was our hoster called again for the MesosCon 2018? I just want to check the DNS record. Never mind, I'll find it. Yeah.
Cool. So it's happening. We got the venue and everything.
Yeah. It's true.
Is there anything else to discuss on MesosCon before we talk about flaky tests?
No. Okay.
Cool. So for the flaky test, the thing that I've been trying to figure out is exactly which tests are flaky and how often. And I think it's been a very manual process so far, with like Alex probably manually looking at each of the builds, internal builds mainly, CI builds and maybe external builds every once in a while, and seeing which tests are constantly getting repeated, and then sending an email or something. I was just trying to see how we could automate this stuff, because Jenkins already has plugins for this sort of thing. We just don't utilize it that well. So the one thing that I think we should do is in our, for example, the Mesos build bot, since it uses Docker, it doesn't, basically all the test artifacts get GC'd immediately after the test runs, which means the plugins that Jenkins comes built with, like the JUnit plugin that graphs the tests and stuff, don't work because the tests are deleted right after the build finishes.
Yeah.
So the first thing we need to do is change our build bot in such a way that the tests get written outside the Docker file system. So we create a file directly outside and just mount it inside the Docker so that whatever it writes sticks around after the Docker file system gets GC'd. So that's the first thing we need to do. And once we do that, I think we can just point Jenkins JUnit plugin to that directory, and then it'll start graphing it. So that's the first thing. And that will show each unit test at the test fixture level and individual test level, whether they're going red or green and stuff like that for every build. So that would be a good start. The next thing, I think I was also looking at some other plugin, which is called the Jira Test Report plugin, which apparently actually pings the Jira ticket for the test if the test fails. Right now, that's also very manual. Someone has to, if a test fails, they go and do a search in Jira and see if that test has been reported flaky, and then they put a comment there, right? That whole stuff could also be automated. Jenkins has a plugin where you could just, it'll create a ticket for you if there's no such ticket for the test, or if there is one already, it actually comments on that, on the ticket and puts the test output in there. I think that's pretty valuable.
Yeah, that would be great.
It's very similar to our merge bot, I think, that we have internally at Mesosphere, but I think that's very manual. You still need to manually override, and then it goes and puts it in the Jira. But this one is more automated. So I think these two things, I think, would help get visibility in a long way, and also kind of constantly ping us, okay, this particular test has been flaky, and it keeps commenting on the ticket. So you see like, okay, it's pinging like every day or every week or something, and you kind of see the urgency of that particular test. I think both of those would actually help us identify these flaky tests and act on them. I think give us more visibility, I feel, and hopefully help us prioritize fixing them. Maybe at least for the hackathon, if we get at least the JUnit working, at least we'll have a good idea of what are these tests that are most flaky, but just looking at Jenkins, not even maybe in Jira. So that's what I've been thinking. What do you guys think?
I think it sounds great.
Yeah, that would be useful.
Yeah, and the Jira plugin, we could probably implement that on our internal CI also.
Yeah, but it'll create only things inside the internal Jira, I guess.
Oh, really?
Because I don't know if you can configure it to talk to ASF. Maybe it's good. I don't know. You probably need to create a bot account or something so that it has permissions to write comments, or maybe we can create a bot account and add it as a contributor, and maybe then it can comment.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have to do that anyway for ASF.
I think they already did it for ASF.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They already added that plugin to the ASF Jenkins instance, and they already credentials.
Okay, so are both of those plugins already installed in the ASF Jenkins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we need to install those plugins internally. That's not probably a big problem. But I think the bigger issue is if it has to talk to ASF Jira, we need to create a bot account and add it to our contributors list and stuff like that. That's doable too. It's not too bad. But yeah.
I'm definitely a +1 to both of those plugins on CI.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do that as part of hackathon is actually have those plugins work.
Yeah. So is that what you're planning to work on?
I could if we don't get to it by then.
Okay.
I was hoping if we get to it by then, we'll actually have an idea of what are the tests that are flaky so that we can attack the flaky tests.
Yeah.
But if what we get to do is actually just make it automated during the hackathon, that's fine too. We probably already have a list somewhere with Alex on what the flaky tests are.
Yeah, we have a bunch of tickets in Jira.
Yeah. So he can prioritize that and maybe we can work on just automating that stuff in the hackathon. Would be cool.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Cool. Yeah, that's something I want to float. And I just realized that our review bot is also not working. It's been failing on some Python error since they did the Python 3 upgrade, I think. So I just pinged Andy and those guys. I think they changed something in the verified reviews, and also the Python 3 got updated, so now it's borked. It's not able to put comments. I think it's failing. So that also kind of tells me that people are not looking at the build failure emails, probably too many of them, and people are stopped looking at them.
You're saying BuildBot is always failing?
ReviewBot.
Oh, ReviewBot.
Yeah, BuildBot, there's some other issue. I just saw that there's some Docker issue where even before the test starts, when we do the Docker pull off our image, it keeps failing on a Docker image fetching thingy. I don't completely understand. So we need to figure that out too. It's like an infrastructure issue. Someone needs to understand what that issue is and have it fixed. It's flaky. Like some of the tests are failing even before we pull the image down or while we pull the image to run the tests in.
Okay.
So yeah, we need to look at that one as well.
Yeah, I can take a look at that today because I think I'm still on our internal CI on-call rotation. Okay. Is there anything else? Yeah, anything else anybody wants to discuss?
No, I don't have anything to add.
Okay. Sweet. Thanks for the update on Mesa's Con. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having you all there.
Oh.
You will be here, so you have an excuse.
That's right. Okay.
To follow up with Ben that he sends the email internal. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Thanks for joining, guys. Nice to see you, Vinod.
Yes.
Yep.
I just checked. Probably you should clear your caches. I actually checked with my two browsers. Google, who still had it cached, I was getting to the old page. Firefox and Safari got me to the new one. So they didn't have any cache entries.
Okay, I just opened it from my incognito and I thought it would not use any caches.
I believed so as well, but I ended up still seeing the same in incognito. Maybe just try another browser and just ping me on Slack.
Yeah, I just want to make sure other people are not having the same issue. If they're having, we should probably send them the actual link too, just in case. If they're still in the survey page.
Yeah, I think I'll start looking using this new domain that we have.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, good.
Okay. Thank you.
Later.
Have a nice week. Great week.